Not going to sound like Stephen Bartlett, but I know a lot of people coming onto our podcast and who are not subscribing but still enjoying the content. If I have one small ask from you, it's please hit the subscribe button. It'll help us a lot. Do you think everyone's born with that ability to just turn that mental decision on and just do it? Because like my superpower's always just been executing, just going to fucking do it anyway. Like hence why doing so many posts on social media.
Yeah, but you weren't born with that.
Whereas a lot of people procrastinate. I think that's something you're exposed to and it kind of builds up in you over time maybe.
I mean, how, did your parents like work really hard when you were growing up?
Yeah, my dad was quite successful. He was almost the other end of the spectrum. It was like he was successful kind of young, and then he even said to me, it's like, yeah, I could have made more, but I just didn't really work that hard.
Oh, okay.
So, and I worked in like a professional career, like 9 to 5, making like $100,000 a year till I was like 28. And then I suddenly kind of went online. I was like, fuck. And then I realized like how the game really worked. And that's why from then I've had massive urgency, because I think I felt like I started late. So I feel like I'm playing catch up a bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. At the same time, you also realize you have an appreciation for the opportunity, right? Like if someone has appreciation for something, they're going to take it way, way harder. If I'm like, oh, well, my whole life I've made 10K a month and I just found this thing that could let me make 10K a day, I'm going to go way harder than the dude who's like, oh, I got other ways to make 10K a day. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's a new opportunity, and it's an opportunity that I'm grateful for and appreciative for, because it's not something I'm used to. And you're going to go twice as hard. You're going to execute, etc. So I think that's where it comes from. For me, at least, like I've always just wanted to win. So in any job I did, I always just wanted to be the number one guy. Anytime I did sales jobs, I was the number one guy. In class up to, high school, I was the number one guy. Like after that, I just didn't give a fuck anymore because I realized it was useless. But like, had I still thought university was like super important and I was still brainwashed, then I would probably be like, I would aim for like the number one spot in the whole university from a grade standpoint. You know what I mean? So I always just wanted to win. Like right now, if you shit talk me on like sports, I'm like, let's go fucking play right now. I'm not going to waste time. You know what I mean? I just want to win. So I think that mentality is also part of that whole reason. And I think a lot of people just like don't care to win. But like, I mean, there's a Michael Jordan poster behind you. That motherfucker wanted to win. You know what I mean? Didn't care about anything else except winning. And so that's why everyone considers him the greatest of all time, even though it's LeBron James.
I'm not that into basketball.
We don't need to get into it. Yeah.
We could debate on soccer. We could talk about that one, but then yeah, that's another one. I think. So you mentioned obviously a lot of people has a limiting belief in terms of say from 100K to $1 million. What was it? Was that the same thing for you getting to that point, just removing that bottleneck?
I think it was definitely a big part of it. I can't comprehend $1 million a month, bro. What the fuck? $1 million? At one point I was like, what the fuck is $1 million a month? Who's doing that? You know what I mean? So that was step one. And then step two was like, okay, if I want to get to $1 million a month, now that I know it's possible because I see these other people doing it, what do I need to do? And then from there, I basically just like paid people for consulting who were doing that number. And then I basically created a game plan. So I realized, okay, I need to get my acquisition up a lot more, because in my model, I have churn and I have acquisition. If my churn is 10%, that means at $500K a month, if I sell an additional $50K a month in new revenue, I'm still at the same spot because I lost 10%, $50K. So I realized I have to outpace my churn. So I need to bring in way more revenue to be able to hit those targets. How do I do that? Okay, I need more ads. I need to build more personal brand. I need blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, okay, secondary, if I go and get those clients, then what do I need? I need more fulfillment. I need more team. What are the roles, et cetera? And then I'd say like most businesses' biggest bottleneck is the acquisition side. They just don't bring in enough revenue to get to those numbers, right? And at some point you realize like, you have to realize one, that it's possible first. And then two, then you go and like find the ways that you can go attract that revenue, whatever it is, cold email, ads, organic content, whatever the case is. And then you just fucking rip it. And the thing is, like, people don't realize that most of their problems internally are solved by more revenue. Like
pretty much solves everything, to be fair. Now, if you enjoyed this clip and you're a coach, creator, or a business owner and you want help in terms of how to scale your business using ads, AI, content, marketing, a lot of things we talk about on the show, then hit the link at the top line of our description in the YouTube video. You can book on a call with us and we'll walk through the whole process, audit your business, and show you where there's huge, huge opportunities for you to scale.